The job market is constantly evolving to keep up with rapid technological advancements, but is our education system keeping pace? So how important is it to prepare school-age children for this new reality, and at what stage should this be happening? So to explore this critical issue, we're joined by Tanya Gouws, who's the principal of Pinnacle College, Ridgeway View High, who's already integrated artificial intelligence into the school's curriculum. Tanya, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And I think it's so important that our curriculum evolves, because I guess the skills that are required in today's society are very different to when our fathers were in school. Talk to us about how important it was for you to integrate, AI into the school's curriculum, and why this is so important for the future of whether our kids will be able to get employment or not.
For sure. Yeah. It is very important, and I'm very privileged to work for a company that really embraces AI into school systems.
Yes.
So obviously, if we just talk about the basics, ChatGPT, I think it's important to teach our children how to use those platforms so that they don't abuse it, and they need to realize that they are not always the truth. You can't just put the answer in and think that what you're going to get out is the truth and that it is correct. So part of us is just to teach our children how to prompt ChatGPT correctly so that they will get the correct answers out. So that is part of it. But bigger than that, I think, is the platforms that we introduce into our school. One of our big ones is AtVLearn. It's hosted by a company called Matthew.
Okay.
And what they do is they use AI to track children's maths, reading and English, and in higher grades, science as well. And the beauty of it is that you have personalized feedback on your learners.
Okay.
So your teachers can then have personalized intervention strategies and differentiation with their kids. So a teacher now has much more time, because they don't have to go and collect the data. That can take a lot of time.
Yeah.
The data's on the minute, every day, and they can do the intervention immediately.
Yes. Are these new methods integrated into the traditional way of teaching, or is that completely out the window?
No.
Or the two are actually integrated?
They are integrated. I like to see it that AI is a tool that we use.
Right.
It doesn't rule us.
Yes.
We use it as a tool, we integrate it, we collaborate with it. And as I said, so if I had to go back to AtVLearn, we get the data, and then from that data, we can make certain decisions. We can say, okay, this class needs a little bit of extra help with this concept, so we're going to put them aside for we call it period 0, where they're going to work on that concept. This class struggled with another concept, so they will be sitting there. So then the teacher knows exactly where to focus.
Yeah. And how have we seen this beneficial, for the children, from your assessment following implementation?
Yes. So especially AtVLearn is when children engage with it. So we engage with it in the class, but we also engage with it outside the classroom. So we use it as our homework platform.
Okay.
And the teacher can track as well. Yet again, another place where we're not wasting time.
Right.
Because she walks into the classroom, she can see who did the homework and who didn't do the homework. But when it comes to results, over our group, we implement it in all our brands, and over our group we see between a 10 and 29% increase in maths results.
Wow.
So we're not talking about small increments of...
And a lot of kids are struggling with maths and your science, and these are things that are needed.
Absolutely. And the beauty of a program like AtVLearn is that it takes the child, it assesses the child, and it takes it back to where the problem started. So it remediates from where the problem started. It doesn't just take it from the child where the child should be. So the child can improve on their own pace as they go along.
Yeah. And I mean, what training or support is given to teachers so that they can effectively incorporate AI into the classrooms?
My school is part of a big group. We're part of AdviTech, and we obviously get trained in all these systems, so we know exactly how to implement it. Obviously, my teachers are also incentivized. Yes. We have a program where they can get a Stellar Award for implementing it. So our teachers are and they can see the value in it. I think more than anything, other than being incentivized, the value of it as a teacher, because they save so much time by not having to waste time on sitting and figuring out what a child is struggling with, where did the problem start.
Tanya, I think it sounds like is it the evolution of teaching and learning?
Absolutely. I think it's so exciting, and we have to stay ahead of the time. I mean, we also use other programs that we use to help children with subject choices, career choices, that we're also using AI for that. So we're really helping our children set them up for success in the future. And it's like saying 10 years ago, I'm not going to allow my children to use Google.
True.
You know, so you can't say I'm not going to use AI in the classroom. Otherwise, you are going to stay behind.
The world is certainly evolving. Thank you so much,
Pleasure.
Tanya. Great to have you in studio. That was a Pinnacle College Ridgeview High School Principal Tanya Gouws talking to us, of course, about I think it's okay to say the evolution, of teaching, especially with the job market, which is constantly changing. And of course, rapid technological advancements, which are now being used to assist some of these learners.